Hello there, guys. This is Coil Knife, and I am back with another episode of Phasmophobia. No one's with me. The house has not been entered yet. This is the new map. This was just released, at least on the public branch, which I'm now on. I'm no longer doing the beta since the public branch is caught up with the beta. So let's get right to it. Step in. Lights are all out. Light the candle. I've gotten a bit familiar with the layout of this place. Let's see, we're gonna drop that flashlight right there. Hit the lights in the garage and the lights in the kitchen. I'm gonna leave my lighter there on the kitchen island. And there should be a light switch. Where is it? There it is. Fumbling in the dark here. Alright. Another flashlight. Another candle. And the other lighter. So if you watched the last video, you have an idea of how I'm doing, what I'm doing, and why I'm doing it. This new map, according to the post I read, the developer logs, this new map is designed around not having any closets or lockers or small places to hide in, which on most of the other maps, that's what you do when the ghost is coming after you. You find a closet, a locker, a very small room, somewhere to break line of sight, and sit down, shut up, and hope it doesn't get to you. And you're usually safe in there, but this house does not have that. Light some more candles there. I'm just walking around listening. Haven't gone into the basement yet. I don't like the basement in this house. Basement of this house is just very uncomfortable to be in. Ooh. Saw a little puff of mist there. Alright, I'm gonna put this candle here. Let's grab some sound sensors here. I'm gonna zip down into this horrendous basement. The basement of this house is not a traditional basement. Oh boy. Yep, that startled me. In and out. I have a feeling this is a basement ghost. So, flashlight towards the door. I'll take a moment here before I head back in to explain from the safety of outside what causes a ghost to attack. There's a couple different things, but the main thing that happens is every character has sanity, and I'll show you in the van here. It's too bad I don't have some cameras set up because I can take a peek at them already, but that's okay. So sanity, you might have gotten a look at this in the previous episode. I'm pretty sure the number is 60 something, or 50. The point is there's a threshold at which point the ghost starts attempting to manifest and go on the offensive. And once your sanity drops below that, once the average sanity, I should say, of every player in the house. So right now it's just me. So mine is the only one that matters. The ghost will take a note of how sane my character is. And sanity, I guess, represents how afraid your character is, how lucid, how focused, or how hysterical they're becoming. So sanity constantly drops while you are in the building and in darkness. It constantly drops at a slow, steady rate. I think there's some modifiers, like if you're in a bigger building, it'll drop slower to give you more time to explore the building. I'm going to run in and put a couple more sound sensors. Let's do right there. Right there. I'll move those around, probably, as I determine the ghost location a little bit better. I'm going to be extra careful on this one. So, when I go down into the basement, for example, and I only have a flashlight, and the basement's dark, my character's sanity will slowly start to drop. Let's have a peek here. Basement hallway. So, I had meant to show how the sound sensors worked in the last episode, but I really didn't get a chance because I found the ghost so quickly and it was right there in the kitchen. You can see the floor plan of this house here, and you can see some white yellowish boxes where I've placed sound sensors. The yellow box represents where the sound sensors cover, and within that box they will detect noises. Right now, let's see, there's one in the hallway. Obviously, there's no one in the house right now. The only thing in the house is that ghost. I have not left any equipment in there. Look at that. See that basement hallway? It lit up red. That means that down below in the basement, the ghost is making some noise. Here's the layout of the basement. This is what I mean when I say it's a really awkward, uncomfortable basement. It's like a Tetris block. It's got this funky sort of S shape. It's a long, narrow hallway. Yeah, it's an uncomfortable place to be in. You feel trapped when you're down there. It reminds me of the Resident Evil basement from the first game, honestly. It would totally, if that music started playing, it would not be out of place at all. It's freaking terrifying. Not the DualShock version, because the DualShock one is the ridiculous trumpet one. Alright. So, since I've got a feeling that this is a basement ghost, let's grab our... I'm going to go ahead and turn the lights off in the garage here. I don't need them. So, the entryway there, I've turned the light on in here, and I've turned the light on in here. That means that every time I walk through this house, I've got lights on. Turn it on there. Let's head down in here. I'm not going to turn the basement lights on, though. I think I put a little blurb up in the last video, but since I'm solo and since this map is particularly designed to be difficult to hide in, there have been some changes to the game since I first got it last year. Namely, if the ghost is chasing you, it will slowly speed up. If it sees you and is actively chasing you down, it will get faster over time. And if the ghost is a revenant, it will automatically be faster. I think I see orbs already. Maybe. Yep. Definitely an orb there. Look in front of the shelf. There was one just there. So yeah, it's definitely downstairs. There's another one. Did you see that? Over by the door on the left-hand side, upper left corner. Tiny little white fleck. It looks almost like a bug or a snowflake. So, pull this up. First evidence is good. We have orbs. Oops. On the bright side, that means we're not worrying about a demon. Or a revenant, I think? Is revenant still on the list? Okay, good, yeah. Demons and revenants are the worst. Those are definitely the worst types to encounter, I think. Demons because they're very aggressive and they will hunt a lot sooner than other ghost types. Revenants because they're faster. They move very slow when they cannot see a player, but they move very quickly when they're looking at you. So if you're trying to run from a Revenant, you're not going to make it unless you can break line of sight quickly enough. Now, I don't know where this guy's going to spawn. So, we're going to put a crucifix there. We're going to put one... Oh, not my flashlight. Right there. While I'm down here, might as well have a look. I don't know where the Ouija boards spawn in this map yet, but I've got the sanity to spend a minute looking. Oh, I hate it down here. This door has been opened. I hear a footstep. Not my own footstep. Yeah, this is his place. What you never really find out is what the ghost is or was doing down here. Why are they down here? Did they perhaps die down here? Or was this simply one of their favorite places to be when they were alive? Where's the light switch in this room? Right, there we go. I had meant to say earlier, I heard a door open. Since this is a new map for me, it is a little... it's not difficult, but I'm just being more cautious. I'm unfamiliar with the map. The ghost is in a unfortunate position here. Place a book there, and another one right next to the crucifix. You might be asking, why am I throwing this stuff on the ground? That's just kind of the way the game works. I'm sure if this were a real-life situation, you would find something to set these objects on. A table or a desk or something. A shelf. But it's just kind of the way this game works. This game was designed to be played in VR. I don't have a VR headset, otherwise I'd be using it. And according to what I've heard, it's infinitely more terrifying in VR. And it's already pretty scary without VR, so... Now that I know where the ghost is, I'll go ahead and put my lighter down there. I'll put a lighter down there. I think I mentioned it in the last episode, but the smudge stick here, it's kind of an incense, and when you burn it in an area, it's like smoking a beehive. It is supposed to calm the ghost down. I made the joke that it's kind of like a big ghost doobie, but honestly, look, there's writing. That's kind of what it is. You light it up, it smokes in the area, and for a time... Let's see, I'm going to put this lighter right there on the ground, and I might bring a candle down here and light it. The cameras have done their job. The ghostwriting book has done its job. So, let's grab these. The area has been smudged, so there's a little time frame where the ghost will be calm and not try to attack or anything. Let's see if we get a spirit box response. Are you here?
Next.
Next. Alright. That was a really easy ghost. It gave me all the pieces of evidence I needed. It's right about there. We'll leave that. So, we know what the ghost is now. We've got orbs, writing, and a spirit box. If I remember correctly, that's a yokai, which is the same as the last episode. Yep. So, I hate to say it, but that I certainly didn't want to have the same exact ghost type between episodes, but that's just the way it goes, I guess. I'm not going to leave just yet. I'll spend a little bit more time in here, show you guys some more equipment, some more things you can do. Let's showcase the motion sensors. Also, once I'm in the house, I'm going to be quiet since I know it's a yokai now. And talking will just make it more angry. Talk about a couple of things I just showed you there while I run back to the van to show off the motion sensors. So the books there, they both have writing in them. Books are something that you just lay down and wait for the ghost to use. They might never use it. They might use it instantly. Occasionally, you can even have the ghost write in the book while you're holding it. And the crucifixes, I had meant to discuss these as well. I brought up in the last one that they become damaged when a ghost attempts to go hostile and there's a crucifix in the area. So what happens is the crucifix has a sort of a bubble around it, and I think it's a radius of 3 meters in all directions. If the ghost appears and attempts to attack you within that bubble, the crucifix will block the attack, and the ghost will go back to being, docile again. So, there's the floor plan of the basement. The red lines are motion sensors. A player or the ghost can activate that. Dead players can also activate it because dead players will respawn in the area as ghosts themselves. Non-hostile, but they can't interact with their friends anymore, and they can just wander around and look at the environment, watch the ghost. He's not activating them. I'll go place 2 more, because I still haven't detected his presence. I'll place 2 more, and I'll talk a little bit more about some other things. Maybe I can show you guys the infrared sensors as well. What else have I got here? The lights just went off. He tripped the breaker. There we go. There we go. Did you see that red light there? I'll back up a bit. Turn my light off to put the glare. So when the motion sensors are red on the screen, they are detecting nothing. When they turn green, it means either the ghost or a player has passed through there. And the objective's been whited out. It'll beep too. See that? The ghost is walking towards the stairs right now. He might even head up the stairs. Let's see. There's a red light at the top of the staircase. Nope, he's not. He's not doing it. Okay. So he's hanging out in the basement, for sure. He doesn't seem to be leaving it, though. That doesn't mean he can't leave it. If he gets mad enough and comes after me, he can leave the basement. He can chase me all throughout the house. Let's show off the infrared sensors. They light up nice and bright blue when you or the ghost is near. They're kind of like the motion sensors, but they're not connected to the van, so they don't show up in the van. A lot of people don't use them. Most people think they're kind of useless, but I like them as alternate sources of lighting, because if you get close and maybe your flashlight's going haywire, or you don't have a light source and one of them lights up nearby, you've at least got a small light source. I like them as breadcrumbs. You place them in an area, and as you walk by, they'll light up. So let's say that you're thinking about going somewhere in the building, but there's an infrared sensor and you see it light up, then you know the ghost is right next to it. If you don't see any players nearby, then you know the ghost is right there. And you can make that decision, okay, I don't want to head that way. Or maybe you do, for whatever reason. Give me a sign. Close the door. That startled me. So that was definitely a ghost event. I didn't quite get a good look at him, but he definitely popped in there to say boo. Look at that. That's how ghosts damage you in this game. They don't actually have... You don't have a traditional health bar. They don't come at you and like swing an axe or nothing. If they do catch you, it's a one-hit kill. But that's how they tear you down to that point where they will come at you and attack you. How old are you? Well, I guess we can call that good. We got all the objectives. We found out what type of ghost it is. Neat little new map they've got. It's an odd layout. It's awkward. It's small. It's enclosed. There's not very many places to hide. You're sort of supposed to head for an empty room and duck behind a piece of furniture or something like that, and hope the ghost doesn't come in there and walk too far in and see you. Not really a place I'd think about raising a family in, but as a single, it doesn't seem too bad. The bathroom is really small, though. So, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for being here. It was a blast to make this. I'm having a good time with this series. And I will see y'all in the next episode. Bye-bye.